You have been working for years, and you still have nothing to show for it. This is not your fault. This is not your laziness. There are 7 rules that wealthy people follow every single day, and nobody ever taught you a single one. Not your school, not your parents, not your government. In fact, they built an entire system to make sure you never found out. The next 20 minutes will permanently change your financial life, but only if you are ready to hear what they buried from you. Most people will close this video because the truth is uncomfortable. But you are still here. And that means something. I want you to picture 2 people, same city, same age, same salary. Both earn $52,000 a year. Both work 40 hours a week. Person A lives paycheck to paycheck. Credit card debt, no savings, constant anxiety. Person B, same income, completely different life. 18 months of savings, 0 debt, complete peace of mind. Same money, completely opposite results. The difference is not income. The difference is not luck. The difference is 7 rules. Rules person B knew, and person A never learned. Person A is not stupid. Person A was never taught. Right now, you might be person A. That stops today. Right here. Right now. Because what I am about to reveal, they spent billions making sure you never heard it. These are not tips. These are not tricks. These are the exact rules the wealthy quietly live by, while you were told to work harder and spend more. 7 rules, 7 weapons. Let us begin. Before Rule 1, I need you to do something. Think about last month. You got paid. Where did it go? Rent, bills, food, and then gone. You did not waste it. You did not blow it on luxury. It simply disappeared, and you still cannot explain where. That feeling, that invisible drain on your life, is not an accident. It was designed. Rule 1 will show you exactly how. Rule 1. Define enough before you earn another dollar. Here is the trap nobody talks about. The more you earn, the more you spend. Automatically, without thinking, your salary doubles. Your lifestyle doubles with it. And you end up in the exact same financial position. Economists call this lifestyle inflation. The wealthy call it the invisible trap. A person earning $300,000 a year can feel just as broke as a person earning $40,000. Because nobody defined enough. The wealthy do one thing differently. Before they earn, they decide. This house is enough. This car is enough. This life is enough. And when income grows beyond enough, every extra dollar goes to freedom. Not to a bigger TV, not to a newer phone, not to impressing people who do not pay your bills. Right now, you have never defined enough. So every raise you ever got disappeared into a bigger lifestyle. This is not your fault. This is by design. Corporations need you to keep spending every dollar you earn. The moment you define enough, you become dangerous to them. Write down your enough number today, not tomorrow. Today. That single act will change your financial trajectory forever. Rule 2. Never upgrade what already works. Your phone works perfectly, but the new one just dropped. Your car runs perfectly, but your neighbor just bought a new one, and something inside you starts to feel like you need to upgrade. That feeling is not natural. That feeling was installed in you. Trillion-dollar industries exist for one purpose only: to make you feel inadequate with what you already own. Apple does not release a new iPhone because the old one is broken. They release it because your perfectly good phone still works. and that is a problem for their quarterly profits. The average American replaces their phone every 2 to 3 years. Over 30 years, that pattern alone costs $50,000. Apply that across every category: car, TV, furniture, clothes, and the lifetime waste easily exceeds $300,000. $300,000 not spent on freedom, spent on upgrades you did not need. The wealthy have one rule: never replace what functions. Boredom is not a reason to upgrade. Novelty is not a reason to upgrade. Your neighbor buying something new is not a reason to upgrade. The only reason to replace something is when it genuinely cannot do its job. Everything else is marketing convincing you to solve problems you do not have, and this is not opinion. This is science. Princeton University, 2010. Researchers studied 450,000 Americans. They found that income improves life satisfaction, but only up to $75,000 a year. After that, zero improvement. Zero. Earning $200,000 does not make you happier than earning $75,000, but spending beyond your means makes you miserable. The system tells you, earn more, spend more. Science says that is a lie. The next rule will prove exactly how deep this trap goes. Rule 3. Apply the replacement test to everything you own. Right now, walk through your home in your mind. Look at every single thing you own, every item, every object, and ask yourself one question. If this disappeared today, would I spend money to replace it? Be honest. That bread maker collecting dust in your cabinet, would you actually go buy another one? Those clothes you have not worn in 18 months, would you replace them? For most things, the honest answer is no. These items are not assets. They are anchors. They cost you space. They cost you mental energy. Every hour spent organizing things you would never replace is an hour stolen from building your actual wealth. The wealthy ruthlessly eliminate anything that fails this test. They sell what has value. They donate what someone else could use. They discard what serves nobody. No guilt, no attachment. Because they understand, every object you own owns a piece of you. Your possessions are not just things. They are decisions, time, energy. Apply the replacement test this week. Remove 10 things that fail it. I want to stop here for a moment and speak directly to you. You have been working hard your entire life. You followed the rules they gave you. Study hard, get a job, work harder, spend what you earn. And yet, here you are, still searching. That is not failure. That is evidence that the rules you were given were never designed for your freedom. These next 4 rules are the ones they never wanted you to have. Rule 4. Create friction for spending and ease for saving. Human behavior follows the path of least resistance. If spending is easy, you will spend. If saving is hard, you will not save. This is not weakness. This is human psychology. The wealthy engineer their environment to make the right choice automatic. Remove stored credit card numbers from every online retailer. Now, delete shopping apps from your phone. Today, unsubscribe from every promotional email flooding your inbox. These are not small things. These are engineered triggers designed by billion-dollar companies to activate your spending impulse. Now, the saving side. Make it invisible. Make it automatic. Set up an automatic transfer on the day you get paid. Before you see the money. Before you touch the money. Treat savings like rent. Non-negotiable. Every single month. The 24-hour rule. Apply it to every non-essential purchase. Wait one full day. If you still want it, consider it. Research shows 70% of purchase desires disappear overnight. You were not going to buy what you needed. You were going to buy what felt good in that moment. Friction kills impulse. Ease builds wealth, and science confirms this completely. University of Chicago, 2018. Behavioral Economics Study. Researchers found that people who automated savings saved 3 times more than people who tried to save through willpower alone. 3 times more. Same income. Same expenses. The only difference? One group made saving automatic. Willpower depletes throughout the day. Your environment does not. Design your environment, and your environment will build your wealth. Rule 5. Count your possessions regularly. This sounds obsessive until you actually do it. Most people have no idea how much they actually own. Pick any category. How many shirts do you own? Most people guess low and discover they have 3 or 4 times what they estimated. How many kitchen gadgets? How many items collecting dust in your drawers? The count itself changes behavior. Once you know you own 47 shirts, buying another feels different. The absurdity becomes visible. Awareness is the weapon they never want you to have. Set maximum thresholds. 30 items of clothing. Total. 1 in, 1 out. Every single time. This one constraint prevents lifestyle creep entirely. Without limits, possessions expand to fill every space you have. With limits, every addition requires a conscious decision. That friction alone dramatically reduces unnecessary acquisition. Count your possessions this weekend, category by category. The numbers will shock you, and the shock will protect you. You cannot manage what you cannot see. And right now, most of what you own is invisible to you. See it. Count it. Control it. Stop. Before Rule 6, you need to hear this. Your enemy is not your salary. Your enemy is not your circumstances. Your enemy is a system built specifically to keep you spending. Every advertisement you see is engineered by psychologists, not to inform you, to destabilize you, to make you feel that what you have is not enough, that you are not enough, until you buy something. This is not capitalism. This is psychological warfare, and you have been losing this war every single day without knowing it. The next 2 rules are your weapons against it. Rule 6. Rent or borrow before you ever buy. Most things people buy get used intensively for a short period. Then they collect dust. Forever. The excitement was real, but it was temporary, and the item now sits in your home, costing you space, money, and energy. Before you buy anything significant, test it first. Want to get into camping? Rent the gear for the first few trips. Want a kayak? Rent it 4 times before purchasing. If the enthusiasm survives renting, then the purchase is justified. If it fades after 2 rentals, you just saved yourself $2,000. Garages across America are museums of abandoned enthusiasm. Ski equipment from the phase when they thought they would ski regularly. Photography gear worth $3,000, used exactly twice. Music equipment from the band that played 1 show. Every one of these was a test that was never taken. The wealthy test interest before investing money. They maintain the flexibility to explore without the burden of permanent ownership. Ownership is commitment. Commitment requires certainty. Rent until you are certain. Then and only then buy. This rule alone will save you tens of thousands over your lifetime. Stanford University, 2015. Study on consumer behavior and regret. 72% of all major purchases were regretted within 6 months. 72%. Nearly 3 out of every 4 things you buy, you will regret. But by then, the money is already gone. 72% of purchases are emotional decisions dressed up as logical ones. The rent-first rule kills that emotion before it costs you. Rule 7 is the final weapon, and the most powerful of all. Rule 7. Measure wealth by freedom, not by things. The conventional view measures wealth by what you have: houses, cars, possessions, visible markers of success. That is not wealth. That is the appearance of wealth. Real wealth is one thing: optionality. Can you leave a job that is destroying your mental health? Can you take 6 months off to handle a family emergency? Can you say no to opportunities that pay well but compromise your values? Can you retire before 65? These options represent true wealth, only available to people with margin. The person earning $200,000 but spending $195,000 has almost no optionality. They are chained to their income. The person earning $60,000 but spending $35,000 has extraordinary freedom. They can absorb anything life throws at them. Every purchase is not just money leaving, it is freedom leaving. Is this item worth reducing your ability to choose your own life? Sometimes, yes. But most times, if you are honest, the answer is no. And you already know it. Stop buying things. Start buying freedom. That is Rule 7. That is the entire game. Remember Person A and Person B from the beginning? Person A applied these 7 rules, not all at once, one at a time. First, they defined enough. $45,000 a year. Written down. Then, they stopped upgrading. Their 4-year-old phone still works. Then, they automated savings. $800 moved before they touched it. 18 months later, same salary. Completely different life. Not because they earned more, because they finally understood the rules. The rules that were always there, but never taught to them. Let me summarize the 7 rules they buried from you. Rule 1. Define enough before you earn another dollar. Rule 2. Never upgrade what already works. Rule 3. Apply the replacement test to everything you own. Rule 4. Create friction for spending. Create ease for saving. Rule 5. Count what you own, regularly, without excuses. Rule 6. Rent or borrow before you ever commit to buying. Rule 7. Measure wealth by freedom, not by what you own. These rules will not make you rich overnight. Nothing real ever does. But applied consistently, over 3 to 5 years, they will give you something most people never find: the freedom to choose your own life on your own terms. If this video gave you one new idea, share it with someone who needs it. Your next video is waiting, and what it reveals will shock you even more.